I just had a big setback. And I want to give everyone a little update on my journey as we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary of when I started Prop Firm Dreams. To set the table for new subs, this time last year, I was coming off of a large emotional and monetary blowup. I was devastated, I was demoralized. I think I still have the video on my homepage. I had it in my head at the time that this was going to be a breakout year for me. And after 10 plus months of steady discipline, I just had the worst week of my entire year, giving up months of progress in my personal account. Common beginner problem. You do well for a couple of weeks, then blowing up and giving it all back and then some. Maybe you can relate. Only at the time, I thought it was past that by now. So how and why did it happen? And did history just repeat itself? So for me personally, anytime I have a setback, the first thing I do is to try to identify, was this one of two things? Was this a strategy problem? Did I simply not have an edge during this period? Because strategy problems are easy to fix. You can just create a different strategy and do that. Or was it a psychological problem? And for me, it was the latter. Now, don't get me wrong, my strategy did lose money 3 trades in a row, but 3 trades is nothing. The system's max drawdown and backtesting is 8 trades, and here I was ready to jump out a window after 3. Just like today, it was options rollover, FOMC week, and quad witching. I think when it really comes down to it, in hindsight, it was unmet expectations. Maybe you can relate if you've built up some fantasy in your head of what you're going to make and when you're going to make it. Since those things are not in your control, right off the bat, you're setting yourself up for failure. A quick aside, the sooner you accept it's going to take longer than you want, the sooner it happens faster than you expect. So fast forward to today. After that point, everything pretty much worked out pretty well for me, to be honest. I leaned heavy into prop firms to recapitalize myself. By the way, Tradeify is 40% off right now. Use code DREAMS. I didn't always do awesome, but I had so many accounts when I got paid. I got paid big. I'm talking like 35,000. Sure, I had some ups and downs, some good months and bad months. I lost some accounts doing some dumb shit, but looking back, starting in October 2024, after that September blow up, I finished every single month green. That is until last month, August 2025. I had the worst August. And because I was conditioned more or less that things would work out for me if I stuck to my system, I never sized down. And what a disaster that was. Particularly for Rain, which is a traditional prop firm that will scale you to 8 figures if you've got the sauce. And I was convinced I most definitely had the sauce. I was their first trader to pass phase 1 on the first try without resetting, and I was looking forward to getting phase 2 over with and going live. After a few weeks, though, I hadn't made much progress. I just couldn't seem to get my account off the ground. I chucked it up to summer months and I didn't bother to size down or make any adjustments to what I was doing. I just figured it would work out eventually. Only it didn't. I took a loss and then another loss and then another. Now I was in the red. This was definitely messing with the manufactured timeline I created in my head. I learned from an algo trader that your worst drawdown is always in the future. That's one of those sayings that are good to know, but that you really sort of discount until it happens to you. So while I knew I could lose more trades in theory based on my win rate, in practice over the last year, I rarely lost more than 2 trades in a row. So I was conditioned to think that I would just bounce back. However, I didn't, and I began to become frustrated. I was now oversized. I had some struggles going on in my personal life as well, and it all came to a head one fateful Friday, and I took an outsized loss. Something I constantly warn against on this channel. Now, it wasn't the end of the world. I didn't blow up any of my prop accounts. I still have my Tradeify, Tick, my funded features, etc. But it wasn't great, and that was my low point. And as much as I hate setbacks as much as the next man, it's really the best thing that could have happened to me, honestly. After that, I took a step back, I sized down all of my accounts, which is what I should have done earlier, and I got to work. I am a prolific backtester. I love sorting data. I'm the type of person who replays every single trading day, and I'll backtest every September over the last 5 years on my 3 most traded contracts, and then I'll do it again for a different strategy. It's extremely time consuming, but I kind of perversely enjoy it. I picked up a sub to Edgeful, which really helped save me a lot of time sorting through the data. I'll probably do a review on that next week. It's good though. I'll drop a link in the description if you want to do me a solid and support the channel. Anyway, at the end of it, I just realized my mean reversion strategy was robust, but unsurprisingly worked best in mean reverting markets. not the slow, steady grind of all-time highs that we were currently in. I added a second complementary system, which is honestly something I should have done years ago, and that really helped me to go on a 3-week, likely 4-week by the time you're watching this, winning streak. Even got a shout out from my risk manager on the rating desk. So while I don't love setbacks, sometimes a kick in the pants is exactly the wake up call you need to motivate yourself to do better. I don't want to ramble on too much more, but I hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.